First graders, I hope you had a nice little extended weekend for Memorial Day. Um, I'm going to actually post a link below this video for those of you who did not see it. It's just a small YouTube video that talks about what Memorial Day is and why we celebrate it. I'm actually wearing my Washington, D.C., which is our nation's capital, hat, and it has our bald eagle, which is our country's bird. And then it has American flags on this side and on this. And it says actually USA in red, white, and blue. So the sounds we are learning today are mastering and reviewing, right? Our ooh sound and our sound. So remember that our ooh sound can be a lot of different spelling patterns, while our sound sounds like a short U, but actually sometimes it can make that double O spelling pattern, right? So we're going to practice those two today. We are going to do some blending and some sentences, and then I'll show you what skills practice page you're doing today. Sound good? All right, let's get started. So I'm just going to make myself smaller, and we're going to start with the sound today. Now, if you can maybe pause this video for a second and talk about what sounds make that sound with two double O's for our spelling pattern. But think about it in your brain or jot it down, and then see if you're right. See if some of those words are in this story.
Foot. Mr. Hood took off his shoes and socks and went out walking in the wood. He kicked a rock and hurt his foot. Look, said Mr. Hood. There's a babbling, bubbling brook. I'll walk in the brook so I won't hurt my foot. So he stepped in the water, and guess what? Mr. Hood stepped on a hook. Mr. Hood stood. He shook his foot. This isn't good, said Mr. Hood. I think I'll go home and read a book. At least that won't hurt my foot.
So I heard a couple sounds. I heard the word good, and I heard the word hook and shook and foot. So those words don't have a U. They actually have a double O. This is one of the sounds and this spelling pattern that we're practicing today. All right. The next one, we have our GOO card. Now, I'm going to move myself over here, actually. Our GOO card can make a lot of different spelling patterns. We have our double O, we have our consonant UE, we have our U, we have our consonant EW, we have a U consonant E, and then these are all of them. It does kind of remind me of the long U sound, which I also hear. But sometimes it's easier to kind of see that there is a slight difference because these aren't all the spelling patterns for a long U. So today we're practicing that ooh sound, like goo, all right? So if you want to pause this video for a second to see if your kiddo can think of words. If not, let's get started.
Ooh, goo.
Ooh, ooh.
What can be making that sound? Could it be a new flute playing a tune? No, it's goo.
Ooh, ooh.
The goo is oozing all over my hand.
Ooh, ooh.
The goo is oozing all over my boots.
Ooh, ooh.
The goo is oozing everywhere.
Ooh, ooh.
The goo is as sticky as glue. It is as thick as stew.
Ooh, ooh.
Soon the goo will fill the school.
Ooh, ooh.
Soon the goo will reach the moon.
Ooh, ooh.
What sound does the oozing goo make?
Ooh, ooh. So I remember that my kiddos used to love that one. So usually we'd watch it twice, but for the sake of time, we're not going to, right? So I heard words like goo and ooze and moon and school. So it has that ooh sound. Sometimes it was the double O. Sometimes it might have been a consonant EW. So remember that this sound can have a lot of different spelling patterns. All right, so now let's get some blah, blah, blending on. All right, I'm gonna make myself just a little bit bigger. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if I wanna make sure that I don't lose myself. So I'm gonna make myself actually smaller for a second. And then I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in. That's an ooh sound, right? All right, I'm gonna do the first, let me make sure. I'm going to do the first three with you today, and then I will read the last three to you. But if your kiddos want to sound them out with the sound or the ooh sound, definitely do that, okay? All right, sound of a CH, ch. Sound of a goo card, ooh. Blend, chew. Sound of an FL blend, fl, long U, you. Blend, flu, sound of a T, blend. What's the word? Flute. And there's a silent E, which makes that vowel long. All right, sound of a GR. Oh, make sure I highlight it. Oh my goodness. Sound of a GR, grr. Sound of a goo card, ooh. Blend, grew. Good. And grew is the like my plant grew, it's the past tense for grow. Sound of a CL, cl. Sound of a goo card, ooh. Blend, clue. Very good. Before we read these again, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, let's read these together. Ready, let's read. Chew, flute, grew, clue. What sound did you hear in all those? The ooh sound, right? Just different ways of spelling it. All right, line 2. Sound of an FL blend, fl. Sound of a goo card, ooh. What's the word? Flew, which actually is the past tense for fly. All right, sound of an FL, fl. Sound of a goo card, ooh. Blend, flu. And flu is synonym for being sick. Sound of a D, d. Sound of a goo card, ooh. Blend, do. And sound of a D, d. Sound of a goo card, ooh. What's the word? Do. All right, ready, line 2, let's read. Flew, flew, do, and do. What did you notice about line 2? It looks like these two sound the same, and the last two sound the same in line 2. Do you remember what those are called? Flew and do are homophones, right? That they sound the same, but they don't look the same, and they don't mean the same thing. All right. Line 3, sound of a W, w. Sound of a foot card, Blend, w. Sound of a D, d. What's the word? Would. Sound of an SH, sh. Sound of a foot card, Blend, sh. Sound of a K, k. What's the word? Shook. All right, sound of a BR blend, brr. Sound of a foot card, blend, br. Sound of a K, k. What's the word? Brook. All right, sound of a T, t. Sound of a foot card, blend, t. Sound of a K, k. What's the word? Took. All right, line 3, let's read it together. Ready, let's read. Wood, shook, brook, took. All right. Before we continue, I just want to make sure that I talk about this. What did all of line 2 have in common? What sound? The ooh sound, right? So these are other ways of using that spelling, using those spelling patterns with that goo card. And line 3, what did you notice? They all have what? Spelling pattern. And what sound? The sound, that double O foot card, right? And what do you notice about shook, brook, and took? They rhyme, right? They both have the ook. Ready? Shook, brook, took. Shook, brook, took. They all rhyme. Except for wood, right? The first one, line 3, didn't rhyme. All right. I'm going to read these, see if you can read them with me, and we'll talk about what new spelling or what reviewing spelling pattern we're learning today with lines 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Hook, which makes the bloom, which makes that ooh sound. Proof, which makes that ooh sound. Good, which makes the foot card sound. Line 5, pollute, which makes the goo sound. True, which makes the goo sound. Stew, which makes that ooh sound. And truly, which makes that ooh sound. All right, line 6, last one. This is a compound word. See if your kids can do it. Afternoon. And that's a compound word, as I said before, and it makes that ooh sound. And then this is another compound word. Let's do it together. Cookbook. And it has the foot card sound. Oops. There we go. And then the third one, it's a compound word. It's a sport. It's football. It makes that foot card sound. Football. And the last one in line 6, blueprint. And it makes that ooh sound. Blueprint. All right. So actually something that I noticed is I saw a couple past tense words that don't have an ed that we usually practice that make the d, t, or ed sound, that ed. I remember how we talked about in the beginning, I saw grew and flew. And then we saw some homophones, flew and flew, do and do, and it's not letting me move it. Do and do. And then we saw words that rhyme like shook, brook, took. And then we saw compound words like the all of line 6. And what they have in common is that they're practicing our spelling pattern, right? Our and our ooh. All right, let's do our sentences. I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. Actually, let's see if I need to. Oh, we don't want to zoom in on my face. We want to zoom in on that. All right. I'm actually going to make myself a little bit smaller so you can see everything and see me. There we go. All right. Remember the highlighted words are not compound words, sorry. Are sight words. Those are the words that teach us how to read. Okay. Line 1, the, sound of an M, sound of a long I, blend, my, sound of a soft C, S, blend, what's the word? Mice. All right, let's start over. The mice, and then CH, ch, sound of a goo card. Oh my goodness, sound of a goo card. Ooh, blend, chew. In our past tense, it makes the D sound. Oh my goodness. So what's the word? Chewed. Very good. Sorry about that. My mouse was getting a little crazy. All right, let's start over. The mice chewed on the, sound of a W, w, sound of a foot card, blend, w, sound of a D, d. What's the word? Wood. All right, let's see if we can read this for fluency, a full sentence. The mice chewed on the wood. And something that's special about mice is more than one. So instead of using an ES or an S like we talked about with plurals and more than one, mice means more than one mouse. So if you saw one mouse, oh no, a mouse. But if you saw two, it would be mice, right? So more than one, it would be mice. All right. So this is a girl's name, sound of an S, sound of a goo card, ooh, blend, Sue, sound of a DR, dur, sound of an EW, goo card, ooh, blend, drew. All right, let's start over. Sue, drew, a, sound of an M, sound of a foot card, blend. Oh, sorry, Miss your bell. My bad, guys. Hopefully you caught that. Sound of an M. Sound of a goo card. Ooh, blend. Moo. Sound of an N. What's the word? Moon. All right, let's start over. Ready, let's read. Sue drew a moon on her. Sound of a P. Sound of a long A, blend, pay, sound of a P, blend, pape, sound of an ER, What's the word? Paper. And now let's do our second sentence. Ready, let's read. Sue drew a moon on her paper. Did you get it? Very good. All right, so I'm going to zoom out. And then now I'm going to talk about what skills practice page you are doing today. Make myself a little bit bigger. We're going to page 251 and 252 in your skills practice books. For page 251, your kiddos have done this before, rearranging letters to make a real word. But they might need a little bit of practice, just making sure that they get it right. But I will give you a hint. Think about the spelling patterns that we practiced. Let's go back. We practiced a double O, and then all these different sounds or spelling patterns for the goo card. So make sure that when you are doing this with them, that you can go back to that and look at those. Because if we're practicing those sounds, those are the spelling patterns that you're going to see. I know I'm talking about it, but I would like to read it. But for some reason, it's not zooming out or moving up for me, and I don't know why. All right, so it's not working for some reason, and I apologize for that. So I'll just explain the directions. Make sure you write your name and date. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, so 5-26-20. But as I said, you're just rearranging these letters to make a real word, okay? So I apologize that my computer is not letting me move up, but those are the directions of what you're doing today for those 8 words. All right. On page 252, the directions say apply. Look at each picture. Read the sentence. Write the word that rhymes with the underlined word to correctly complete each sentence. So let's see if we can read these words together. Hood, broom, cook, and moon. So what the directions are saying is that in each sentence, there's an underlined word. That underlined word rhymes with this word that you're going to put here. And it actually has pictures to help you eagle eye which word it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is actually a really good activity to see if your kiddo can do it on their own, on their OWN. But definitely explain the directions so they know what to do. Because I know that in Mrs. Cheslack's class and my class, we do rhymes a lot. Okay, all right. I hope you enjoyed your blending video. You know how much we love it. And I miss you guys. And hopefully, like I said, you had a great weekend. And I'll be sure to post that video down below on this video so you can learn more about Memorial Day. Okay? Bye, guys.